So, what was the last thing that we studied? Who remembers the last thing that we studied? What was the last thing that we looked at in the last class? No one remembers. FB group types. No, yes, Sonali, that's correct. Yes. So we basically looked at Facebook objectives, Facebook ad objectives. Yes. Yes, we looked at that's where we stopped, right? I mean, yes, we of course looked at a few other things as well, but like 360-degree videos and Facebook group, but we started with Facebook ads, right? We started with Facebook ads. I hope everyone remembers that because that's like a very monumental thing that we did. All right. And then we looked at we went into what? We went into the first part of Facebook ads is objectives. And objectives, like Sonali points out, have been categorized into three categories. One is awareness, second is consideration, and third is what? Third is what? Convergence. Yes. Guys, I'm a little worried that no one remembers this. Do you guys remember what we studied last time? Jitin, the recording has been shared. Just get in touch with the course coordinator, please. They will help you with this. Okay, guys, do you all remember Akshika, Anand, Ashwani, Jitin? Because only Sonali seems to answer or give answers on. Do you guys remember the objectives? Okay, so what are the different objectives that we looked at? What are the different objectives that we considered? I gave you examples, and you had to suggest me objectives. Okay, one is reach, engagement. Okay, there are two, three objectives in engagements. What are those objectives? The ones in engagement. In clicks, there's a different word for clicks. No, Akshika, like and share is not an objective. There's a different word for that. No, Sajid. No, that's not an objective. Traffic, yes, very good. Yes. Jitin, in like I said, engagement you already said, but in engagement there are three types, three subtypes in engagement. Do you remember those? No. Okay, lead ads is one. Yes, Sonali. Sonali, did you go through the recording? No, but the recording has not been uploaded. But you certainly seem to have done the homework, so that's great. Okay, Manik, what about you? Anything to contribute, guys? No. Okay, so all of you need to go to the recording, okay, because we just can't afford to forget these objectives. We just can't afford to forget these objectives, and trust me, I'm not the kind of teacher who would really focus on theory or who would focus on memorizing stuff. But this is something that we did practically, right? So I expect you all to remember, especially when I gave you examples. We discussed a lot of examples also over this. So I'll share the screen, and these are the objectives that I was referring to. And unfortunately, not everyone is being able to recollect them. I suggest that you go through the recording again and figure these out. All right, cool. Moving on. So the first step was objectives. Any guesses what is the second step? So if you go back to our story, okay, if you go back to our story, um, who was that character? Let's call him Jack. So Jack goes to Facebook, and Facebook is then guiding Jack. First, Facebook says that okay, you have to select the objectives depending on what your business wants to achieve. You have to select a business goal. And, sorry, you have to select the objective which matches the business goal. So if you want to have more traffic, or as if traffic is more important to your business, go with the traffic option. If let's say app installs are more important for your business, go with app installs, and so on and so forth. So now Jack is happy, Jack is satisfied. But now Jack says, okay, Facebook, but what do I do to ensure that my ad will be shown to only relevant people, not to random people, but only to the people who matter, only to the people who I think can, help my business grow. So Facebook says, don't worry at all. We will be providing you with the right targeting options. Okay, we will give you such sharp filters, sharp targeting options, using which you will be able to reach out to the precise audience that you want to reach out to, not to the random audience, not to the audience that will not be interested to hear from you, but to the you will be able to reach to the audience that is genuinely interested in hearing from you, or genuinely interested in listening to you. All right, so that is why we go to the next part, which is the targeting part. Okay, targeting part. So this is the process: objectives, targeting, placement, budgeting, and formats. We looked at objectives. Now we are going to take a look at targeting. So now when we go to targeting, there are just three ways or three categories of targeting. There are just three categories of targeting. There is core, there is custom, and then there is lookalike. Okay, and this is again super important. Next time when I come, I will need these answers from you. Okay, so remember this. If you want to buy hard, this buy hard, but you just have to know these things, because anywhere you go, it can be an interview, it can be a meeting, but you do need to know the Facebook targeting options. Core, custom, lookalike. Core, custom, lookalike. Core, custom, lookalike. As simple as that. There are just three ways of targeting on Facebook. Now let's start with the core targeting. Core targeting, you can think of core targeting as the type of targeting where you are reaching out to users for the first time, where you're reaching out to the typically you're reaching out to the users for the first time. Okay, maybe you might have reached them earlier also, but in most cases you're reaching out to them for the first time. So what all targeting filters come into core? So these kind of filters. So location, so you can target based on the city, the state, country, even the area, specific area in the city also you can target. Then demographics, of course. Okay, based on the age, gender, etc. You have interests, you have behavior, you have connections as well. All right, now I'll take you to the dashboard to show you what I exactly mean. So coming back to our dashboard, so we start off with the objectives. Let us select a sample objective, which is engagement. And in engagement, let's say I choose page likes. I click on continue. What is the next step now? The next step now is that I have to select the Facebook page. So I will select a sample Facebook page, which is this. Okay. And we look at we look at what? The targeting. So this is the custom audience part. Forget it for now, because that's the second type of targeting. Right now we're interested in core targeting. So right from locations to connections, that's what we are interested in. So let's say I want to, if you remember the yoga class example that we took in the first lecture itself, there's a yoga class in my city, and it's in a particular area, let's say Korega Park. So I'll say that I want to show my ad, let's say 2 miles around Korega Park area. Okay, or let's say 2 miles is too less, let's say 4 miles. Hmm? Now my ad will be shown in a particular area, in a particular city, which is Pune in this case, in Maharashtra, India. Similarly, you can change the locations. You can also have multiple locations. So one part of core targeting is location. Second is age. You can target based on age. If your service is for teenagers, you of course choose 13 to 19. If your service is for you know what working young working professionals, it's for 20, it's from 24 to 30, blah blah blah. So depending on your target market, you choose the age. let's say this yoga class is only for people who are professionals. So let's say we'll keep assuming that it is for professionals. We'll keep it from 24 to 45. Then you have gender. Is there any necessity to choose men and women for this yoga class? Not really, because it's for both. So we'll choose in gender. We'll keep all. And then you have languages. So you can target people speaking specific languages. Do you think that's a relevant targeting option here? Do you think language is a relevant targeting option here? Chandan, what do you think? It's not right because you are I mean you are taking all kinds of people. You are taking Marathi speaking people, English speaking people, Hindi speaking people. Okay, cool. Hindi speaking people, etc. So it is not relevant. The key point to know is that just because you have a targeting filter doesn't mean that you use it. So language in many cases you will feel that, oh, it is not it's not a very relevant targeting filter to me. But once we had executed a marketing campaign for Marathi speaking people in the United States, during which we had used language as a targeting filter, right? Cool. Now coming to detailed targeting. Now this is where it gets really interesting and really detailed. So if I open detailed targeting, I have demographics, interests, behaviors, and more categories. More categories is something that they keep on playing with, they keep on experimenting with. Let's see what they have to offer here. So people who own OnePlus, that is the only option in more categories, which is a little weird. But yeah, that's what more categories is all about. All right. Now coming to the three main. So the main are demographics, interests, and behaviors. Now let's start with demographics. You can target people. So I explore a few of them, okay, because it's impossible to explore all. It will take a lot of time, but let's explore a few of them. Let's say education. So you can target people based on the education level, which means that you can target people who have an associate degree, college degree, who are in college, in grad school, in high school, some college, some grad school, etc., etc. Okay. Uh, you can also target them based on the fields of study, the schools, undergrad years, etc. That comes in education. Then life events. People, let's say, who have anniversary within 30 days or anniversary within 31 to 60 days. All right. Now, okay. So, what kind of businesses can use this anniversary within 30 days or anniversary within 31 to 60 days? What kind of businesses can use this? Okay. Well, I never thought of that, but okay. Weight loss. Cake ads are yes. Okay. Cheese. Hotels, clothes. Yes, okay. Good answers. Insurance also? Okay. Hotel. Okay, yes, restaurants as well. Cool. So yes, as you can see, this is getting pretty detailed, pretty impressive, and it's quite fabulous what Facebook has to offer to us. Then birthday, let's say you can target people who have a birthday in April, March, January, December, blah blah blah. People who have an upcoming birthday, you can target people who are in long distance relationship, who have a new job, who are in new relationship, who are newly engaged within 1 year, 3 months, 6 months, newly wed within 1 year, 3 months, 6 months, and so on. Then parents, if you want to target parents, so let's say I am offering coaching classes to the students who are from 6th standard to 8th standard, sorry, 6th standard to 10th standard. Okay, which option out of these should I choose? If you are good with calculations, if I'm offering coaching classes for students who are in schools in 6th standard to 10th standard, and it's so simple. It will be 8 to 13, right, Chandan? I think it will be 8 to 13. Sorry, 8. What am I saying? I meant 13 to 18. I don't know why I said 8 to 13. 13 to 18 is what I meant. But maybe, it can also include this. Yeah. So, yes, these two other ones, because the point is that you can target parents based on based on the age of their kids. And then politics, which is for US only. Relationship, people who are single, divorced, engaged in a relationship, married, separated, widowed, blah blah blah. And work, let's say people who are interested in business and finance, computation and mathematics, construction, food, restaurants, legal services, management, production, sales, etc. All right. So that's what is covered in demographics. In interests, you have again a lot of options. Let's open entertainment. In entertainment, again, you have a lot of options: games, live events, movies, music, reading, TV, blah blah blah. Let's open, let's say, movies. So people who are interested in action movies, animated movies, anime movies, Bollywood, drama, fantasy, horror, etc. In music, people who are interested in blues, classical, country, gospel, electronic, rock, jazz, pop, soul. People who love reading, ebooks, comics, magazines, newspapers, romance novels. People who like TV comedies, TV game shows, TV reality shows, etc. etc. Okay, this is just a part of entertainment. Like this, you have family and relationships. So people who are interested in dating, family, fatherhood, motherhood, blah blah blah. Let's say fitness and wellness, because we are doing this for a yoga class. Let's look at fitness and wellness. So maybe I'll choose people who are interested in meditation, people who are interested in physical fitness, people who are interested in yoga. Okay, for now, maybe I'll select these options. But yeah, you get the idea of the options that are available in fitness and wellness. Then food and drink, hobbies and activities, shopping and fashion. So let's say people who are interested in beauty salons, cosmetics, fragrances, spas, tattoos, children's clothing, men's clothing, shoes. Then people who are interested in boutiques, coupons, blah blah blah. Okay, so I won't bore you with the details. You guys can explore these in detail at your own convenience. The last is behavior. So let's say people who are who use who are canvas gamers, who play canvas games, console gamers, who are Facebook payment users, Facebook page admins, sports page admins, this admin, that admin, based on the browser that you use. If you want to target Chrome users, Firefox users, Safari users, operating system users, if you want to target people who use Macs name, there is no Macs, Mac, Windows, etc. uh, Primary email, AOL, Apple, Gmail, etc., expats, mobile device users. If I want to target people who are only using, let's say, Apple iPhone 4 or iPhone 4S, I can do that. Similarly, Micromax, Xiaomi, Vivo, Carbon, blah, 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 Samsung, Sony. And let's say people in who are using 2G, 3G, 4G, multicultural affinities for US, let's say travel, people who are commuters, frequent travelers, returned from travel 1 week ago, 2 week ago, etc. Yeah, so I hope you get the idea. This, forms the core of your targeting, which is demographics, interest, and behaviors. And the last is connection. So what is connection? So do you think it's a good idea? Now, right now we are doing a page like campaign. Okay, if you do not know, if you have forgotten which objective we chose, if I go back to objective in engagement, I selected page likes. Okay, so we are doing the page like campaign. I hope this is the one that I had selected. Oh no, I had selected a different one. Anyway, so I've changed it. I'll quickly do the targeting. Doesn't matter actually. The targeting doesn't matter here. Okay, let's say Korega Park, and yeah, imagine that I've done the targeting, which I won't do now. Okay, so now if we are doing a Facebook page like campaign, do you think it's a good idea to show your campaign to people who have already liked your page? Why, Chandan? What would you want them to do? Why, Ashwani? No, but the call to action here is to like a page. Okay, so I am not. If I want to reinforce, like you guys are saying, then I'll probably promote the post and maybe boost it among people who have liked the page. That's fine. Yeah, exactly. So anyway, they have liked, so I wouldn't want them to like the page again. So I will exclude the people who have liked your page. Yeah, so connections allows you to do these permutations and combinations. That's what connections does. So in a nutshell, core targeting consists of these targeting options. Cool. Okay. If you have any questions on core targeting, please let me know. Otherwise, type in a simple Y, quick Y, so that I can move on. Okay. Cool. So in that case, okay. Question: objective for e-commerce. So now I'd like to hear from you. What do you think could be an objective for e-commerce out of this?
Pranav,
It will be conversion only.
yeah, hi, Pranav, can you hear me?
Just one sec. Take care. Got it, Chandan? See, you are looking to get people to buy, right? So, what would you want them? What action would you want them to take? You would want them to buy, which means that you will want them to convert, which means what? You'll have to go with convergence. If you were working for a traffic website, let's say BuzzFeed, where objective would have been traffic. All right, cool. Yes, Jitin. I prefer if you guys
Uh,
type your questions. Bolo Jitin.
There it says like estimated daily results will be 3,000 to 14,000.
Mm-hmm.
So it will be showing to any number of people between these digits.
Yeah, so that part we haven't covered yet. We still have to go to the budgeting part. On that is what this part, I mean, will be dependent
Okay, all right. Thank you.
on. Okay. So cool. So now this is the core type of targeting. All right. Now the second type of targeting. What is the second type of targeting? Do you guys remember? Was the second type of targeting? Quick test of your memory. Yes, very good. The second type of targeting is custom, core custom lookalike, core custom lookalike. Cool. So second type of targeting is custom. Now, what is custom? Custom targeting means that you can think of custom targeting as a means of reaching out to people with whom you already have a certain degree of connection. Yes, so you can customize the targeting or you can be a little more specific. So, custom audiences simply means that you have had some kind of an interaction with them before. So, what could that interaction be? It could either mean that they have visited your website. It could either mean that uh, they have you have their email IDs and so on and so forth. Okay, so core audience, you're typically reaching out to them for the first time. Custom audiences, you're reaching out. You're not reaching out to them for the first time. You have a certain degree of relationship with them, and you are showing your ad to those people only. So now let's figure out what are the different ways of creating custom audiences. So I'll go here, guys. Had I given a homework? Had I asked someone to do some research on a particular topic in the last class? No. Oh, okay, you guys had to produce. Okay, okay. Who all were given that assignment? You guys did remind me. Who were? Okay, Pradeep, you were given the assignment. Okay, Sonali and Tejas. Okay, so have you guys done it? Okay, great, awesome, awesome. Okay, what I'll do is that you guys will maybe when we take a small 2 minute break, just send me a friend request on Facebook. I'll give you my profile link because you need some page to upload this to, right? So I will, so just send me a friend request maybe later or right now or whatever, and just type in the messenger that make me the editor of the page. I'll make you the editor of a test page, of a test page, so uh, you can upload the photo, the video, the image, whatever you have created on the test page only. All right, cool. So moving on. So yeah, coming back to the main topic, to the custom audience topic. Now I will go to audiences. Can you see audiences? Ah, okay. Uh, just a question before that. So Pradeep, Sonali, and Tejasvi, what was your genuine experience when you worked with this tool, or whatever that you prepared? Doesn't matter what you did, but what was your experience? Did you feel a little more comfortable with the tool, and was it good for your confidence? Did it feel empowering? Are you glad that you took up the assignment? It was nice and interesting. Okay. Okay. You got confidence. Cool. Take. Yes. Always helps. See, whenever you are given a voluntary task. Okay, in school we are taught to do things for for grades. So you're compulsory given a task, which is not a great way of developing our kids, right? But if voluntarily, when you are given an option, our whole body and our whole mind says no. What if I fail? What if I don't like it? But it takes some real courage to stand up and say that, hey, I'll do it. So congratulations, guys, you did that. Yeah, so even though the work needs to be seen, at least you showed up, which is what matters. Yes, but the practice is anyway what you will need. But trust me, when you are done with this, see, a lot of times we are held back, right? So imagine, Pradeep, you are working in an agency, and you can do it. You can do stuff for your brand because you have a designer there, and you have a copywriter there, and you have like a developer there, and you can do stuff for your clients. But what about your personal brand? What about pradeep.com? What about the brand that you want to build? And for that, you might need some graphical assistance. So in that case, it's very empowering. It gives you a lot of confidence to know that, hey, I don't need to depend on the designer right now. I can use Canva, I can use Adobe Spark, I can use EasyGIF to create the content that I need to create, which is what is so brilliant about this. All right. Anyway, so um again, I apologize for drifting, but I wanted to just congratulate you all. Coming back to custom audiences, now I've gone to audiences, and when I click on create, there is an option of custom and lookalike. So I'll click on custom. Okay. Now, these are the ways in which you can create custom audiences. There are typically how many? Five of them, right? Now, I need one volunteer to do some research for me. One who wants to volunteer to do some research for me? Uh, okay, let's say Sajid. Okay, Sajid and Chandan. Okay, both. Let's take Sajid and Chandan. So, guys, in the next class, and everyone, please remind me. Okay, I don't have enough clarity on this offline activity feature. This says that I can create a list of people who interacted with your business in store by phone or through other offline channels. Now, theoretically, I understand this. Okay, theoretically, I understand this, but how does it happen? How do they integrate the online and the offline is something that I am not being able to understand. So, I just wanted to research on custom audiences offline activity. Okay, and please, uh, I mean, you can do it. It's a very small task, so don't be very intimidated by it. Cool. I'm not sure, Chandan, exactly. So that's what you have to find out. And in the next class, you will have, you'll have, let's say, 3 to 4 or 5 minutes to just explain to us what offline activities. So you guys will take the microphone. Cool, Chandan, Sajid. Yes. Awesome. Looking forward. Cool. Okay, so now customer file website traffic. Let's look at the website traffic option first. So, has it ever happened to you that you go to makemytrip.com and you look for a flight from let's say Bangalore to Delhi, but you don't book that flight? Okay, for some reason you don't book that flight, and now when you close Make My Trip, the same ad keeps on following you everywhere you go on Facebook. Has that ever happened to you? Or let's say you go to Amazon. and you think of buying a product, and you don't buy the product, but then the same ad keeps on following you. Yes, exactly. Now, do you know what that is called? What that strategy is called? Yes. Do you know what that strategy is called? It's called as remarketing. Yes, brilliant. That strategy is known as remarketing. What is remarketing? Remarketing is reaching out to people who have visited a website or specific pages of the website. What do you think is the difference between someone to whom I am reaching out to the first time versus someone to whom I am reaching out through remarketing? What is the difference between these two people? Someone I'm reaching out for the first time versus someone I'm reaching out through remarketing? Hmm? Number of interactions. Okay, so what does that mean, Meenakshi? If you could expand on that, that's correct. So, number of interactions when I'm reaching out for the first time, there haven't been any past interactions. When I'm reaching out through remarketing, there have been past interactions. Yes. Okay. So basically, it's the difference between. Okay, let's take yoga class example only. I can go around on the streets running yoga classes for rupees 4,000, yoga classes. Or I can say, yes, or I can say, hey, I'm offering a free yoga seminar of 2 hours. Who would want to come? Now the people who come will be, more intent oriented, or they already have shown their interest in what I have to offer. Getting the point? They have already shown their interest in what I have to offer. So in core targeting, what we do is that we reach out to people who might not know us, and we're reaching out to them for the first time. But in custom targeting, we are reaching out to people who have interacted with us, and website traffic is one way. So in remarketing, because the person has already visited our website, they have shown certain degree of interest, they are more likely to convert. Rather than showing it to someone who has not visited a website, we show it to someone who has visited the website. And that's why the conversion ratio for remarketing ads will always be higher than the conversion ratio for normal ads. So that's what website traffic does. Then what is customer file? Customer file means that you can upload an email ID database. So for example, you create you have an email ID database of 10,000 email IDs. Okay, how did you generate those? There are n number of ways in email marketing campaigns. You learn of that. You learn how to do that. One way of generating email IDs is by giving them something for free. Second way is asking them to give their email IDs when they walk into your office, and so on and so forth. But typically, let's assume that you have a email ID database of 10,000 people. Now, what you can do is that you can upload that Excel sheet onto Facebook with their name, for email, etc. And now Facebook will show your ad to only do those 10,000 people. Facebook will show your ad to only those 10,000 people who are in the email list. Again, the idea here is the same. You have their email IDs, which means that they have had a certain degree of interaction with you in the past. But early in website traffic, you are reaching out to website visitors. In customer file, you're reaching out to people whose email IDs you have. That's what customer file does. Okay, app activity is simple. Create a list of people who launched your application or game or took specific actions. Okay, let's say someone is at level 23 of Candy Crush, and I want to tell him to play because exciting things unlock after level 30, for example. I can do that. So app activities for that. Offline activity, it's creating a list of people who interacted with your business in store. So this is connecting online and offline, and more elaboration will be given to us by Chandan and Sajid in the next class of offline activity. And the last is engagement. What is engagement? So let's open this. So you have video, lead form, etc., etc. Let's open one. Let's say video. Now I can target people who have seen 3 seconds of my video, 10 seconds of my video, 25% of my video, 50% of my video, 75% of my video, and 95% of my video. Again, what do you think is the difference between someone who watches 25% of my video or someone who has watched 75% of my video? What is the difference between the two? Hmm? What's the difference between someone who watched? Exactly. Yes. The higher the percentage, the more is the interest. The higher the percentage, more is the interest. Yeah. So that's what that's what the difference is. Hmm? So that is one way. So video is just one way. Let's look at another. Let's say Facebook page. I want to create a list of people who interacted with my Facebook page in the past, let's say 3 months, which is 90 days. People who engage with my page, which means that what is engaged with my page? Let's see what this says. Everyone who visited your page or engaged with your page's content or ads on Facebook or Messenger, which means everyone who visited my page, which means everyone who liked, commented, or shared my post, or liked, commented, or shared my ad, or talked to me on Messenger. All of those people will be shown this ad. Getting it? Yeah. So, huh. This is a complicated concept, so I'll just let you guys think about this for a bit. Okay, I'll let you absorb this, but it's very simple theoretically to understand. Of course, the intricacies will be understood when you execute it. But just know that customer file is uploading an Excel sheet of email IDs and reaching out to people through email IDs. Website traffic is remarketing. So if you are bringing people onto a blog and then showing, if you want to show them the ad again, you go with website traffic. App activities for applications, mobile applications, offline activities, the offline and online connection, and engagement also has a different parts like video, Facebook page, event, etc., etc. So just I'll just give you a minute to look at this. If you have any questions, let me know. Okay. In that case, please type in YOLO, YOLO, YOLO. Okay. All right. Now the last is look-alike audience, after which we'll do a small exercise just to understand the practicality of this type of targeting. Okay, give me 1 second. Just one thing that I have to do before that. um, cool. Now, the third type of targeting is look-alike audience. Now, what is look-alike? Look-alike, as the name suggests, is an audience which looks like what? Which looks like what? An audience which looks alike or which looks like the custom audience. I repeat, look-alike audience is an audience which looks like or is very similar to the custom audience. Cool. So what does that mean? So I'll click on create audience, click on look-alike audience. Now here it will ask me for source. What is source? So source means you want to create a lookalike audience similar to a custom audience. So which custom audience? So in the source you give that custom audience, that okay, There are n number of ways of creating a custom audiences. Let's say I chose website traffic. Let's say I chose website traffic in creating a custom audience. I was able to get 10,000 visitors on my website, and I saved that custom audience as, let's say, ABC. Okay, so I'll type ABC. Now, of course, ABC is not saved, but if I would have had ABC as an audience, that would have been that would have appeared here. And then location. So let's say if I say India, okay, and now the audience size, which means that there is a scale here. There's a scale here which goes from 1 to 10. 1, if I keep it at 1, it's at 2.8. If I keep it at 2, it's at 5.6, 8.4, and so the quantity goes on increasing. Okay, the quantity goes on increasing, but the quality goes on decreasing, which means the extent to which they are similar, that goes on decreasing. The extent to which they are similar. So at 1, this audience is closely matched, very, very closely matched to the source, which is a custom audience. At 2, the audience is a little less closely matched than 1, but more closely matched than 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and the quantity has slightly increased. And so at 10, it will be least matched, but the quantity will be huge. So depending on the quantity, you can play with the lookalike audience, and you can create a lookalike audience. All right. Uh, what I'll do is that I'll show you how it all works and what is the necessity of this. We have Okay. I'll explain that. See, what we are essentially trying to create in lookalike audience, Jitin, is that we are trying to create an audience which looks like the custom audience, which means that Facebook will analyze the custom audience, and Facebook will understand all of their traits, right from their behavior to their interest to everything that they do, and it will create a new list of people. Now, even in that new list of people, there will be a few people who are very, very closely matched, like exact match, let's say, of the core of the custom audience, and there will be a few people who are very, very loosely matched, very, very loosely matched. So for example, even if, let's say, there are 20 people in this group, there are, some people which will be very similar to each other, like diehard football fans among us, or let's say people who are diehard fitness freaks, whatever it is. And then there will be a few people who are not that similar to us. So there is a spectrum here, and that spectrum is defined in the scale from 1 to 10. So at 1, this audience, this 2.8 million people, are extremely closely matched to the source. If I take it to 2, the number increases from to 5.6, which means that of course they are not as closely matched as the 2.8, but the quantity has increased. So if your objective was to reach out to more people, so the quality is slightly reduced, but quantity has increased. And here, if you go, the quantity is huge, but the to extent to which they are similar is has gone down. So audience size ranges from 1% to 10% of the total population in the countries you choose, with 1% being those who closely match your source, and 10% being 10% are the one who are least closely matched to your source. Does this make sense? Or if you have any follow up question, let me know. Okay. What was the name of our group, guys? I forgot. We had given a name for our group, no? Animals. Okay. You guys are weird. Okay, let's go to social media animals. Huh. Okay. I'll explain how this all of this comes together. Okay, because I'm sure there are a few question marks. You might have understood the whole concept theoretically, but how does it actually work? So let's look at a very practical example. Okay, let's say that the business idea is that we are selling a yoga course, an online yoga course. Okay, you want to sell an online yoga course through Facebook ads. Objective is to sell it to through Facebook ads. Okay. So what is the strategy? How do I go about this from whatever you have learned so far? What is the objective? What kind of targeting? Help me out here. How will you go about this? Hmm? I'll wait. I can wait. Okay, objective can be lead gen. Okay, cause that could be a targeting option. Yes, Sajid, interested in yoga and fitness, but I'm not sure what you mean by custom there. Fitness freaks, health conscious. Okay, so that is a way of targeting. Okay, create website, make Facebook page and groups. Groups, no. Uh, okay, not sure what you mean by fact to fit people. How does that translate into uh, Facebook ads? Okay, so I'll type what you are writing. See, firstly, typically you have a landing page. Okay, what do I mean by landing page? So I'll show you a landing page. Let's say this is my own landing page. What does the landing page look like? So it's a page where I get leads. When they fill in the lead, I get an email and then I can talk to them. Okay, in this case, what will be the landing page? What will be the call to action? The call to action will be buying the product because it's an online course, right? So you directly make the payment, there will be a payment gateway, and when people make that payment, they can access the course. So they see the ad, they click on the ad, they go to a landing page, they make the payment, and then they access the course. That is the flow. The flow is clear with everyone? Simple, no? The flow is clear? They see an ad, they click on the ad, they go to a landing page like this, they make the payment, and then they get an access to the course. Guys, please be very quick with your yes and no's. I have to move on. Quickly type in a Y if you are clear with the flow. I expect to be very prompt now. Okay? Alright. Awesome. So now that the flow is clear, you guys are suggesting that I choose what conversion objective. I target people who are, let's say, fitness freaks or interested in yoga or whatever, redirect them to the website or to the landing page and hope that they will buy. That's what I am typically trying to do in approach 1. Okay, so for that, let's say, I invest a, a certain amount of money. All right, let's say that let's do it in dollars, and now this is where it gets tricky. Okay, let's say that I want to reach out. I executed the campaign. In the campaign, I could reach out to 1 lakh people by spending rupees, let's say 1 lakh only. Okay, I'm taking random numbers here, estimates here, but that shouldn't be a problem. So I spent this much to reach out to these many people, and the total conversions that I got were, okay, let's make slightly lesser numbers. And let's say the conversions that I got were 50, or let's say 25. I got 25 conversions. All right. This is one approach. Now, what happens when you start doing this approach is that you realize One, that maybe no conversions happen. Right now we have taken an optimistic number, but sometimes no conversions happen. Or two, very less conversions happen at a very expensive cost. Okay, why do you think that happens? Why do you think that happens, that whenever I'm showing them the ad of converting and converting, I want them to convert, come to the landing page and buy, but they are not buying. The ad is not working as well as I thought it would. Why does that happen? Okay, let me rephrase the question. You see a lot of ads on Facebook, on your newsfeed. Okay, Pooja. Okay, but if I've done the targeting properly, maybe they are my potential customers. All right. So I'm assuming that the audience is interested. Now, let me ask a different question. How many times has it happened that you see an ad on Facebook by a new brand and you completely ignore it? Almost every day, right? I mean, hardly ever have you as a user clicked on the ad and actually made the purchase. All the time. What is it? What is the point I'm trying to make here? Why are you not converting? Sometimes the ad is relevant only, but why are you not converting? It does. Okay, that is one factor. Trust issues, exactly. Yes, trust. The keyword here is trust. The keyword here is trust. See, if I have to buy a frying pan, if I have to buy a frying pan, I can go to the shop and buy it. But whenever a salesman comes to my house, when and he says that will you like to buy a frying pan, I just don't trust him and I don't buy from him. So it's the approach which is what needs to change. We need to build a sort of a funnel, and hence you will realize, I am so sure, try this out. Okay, this type of cold selling works to an extent. Okay, so my workshop, for example, so far I have been doing cold selling. Let's call this cold selling. Why cold selling? Because there is no trust and I'm simply hoping that they will like my landing page and then they will buy from me. Okay, they'll do some research and then they'll buy from me. But right now the cost of the workshop that I give is close to rupees 5,000, and so it is okay. It's a very low risk product for them. Okay, one weekend has gone and rupees 5,000. Okay, cool. But what if I want to sell a 50,000 rupees workshop? Will people just look at my Facebook ad? They don't even know who this Pranav Kale is. Will they buy from Pranav Kale a 50,000 rupees workshop directly by seeing the conversion ad? Of course not, because they don't trust me enough. They don't trust me enough. So what is the solution to this? The solution is that we take them across a funnel, which means that I make them trust me. Okay, so let's say in approach 2, what you do is that you write a free ebook. You write an ebook on, let's say, any generic topic, how to do yoga when you don't have time. Okay, I'm giving an example of an ebook. The ebook could be on any topic. Again, the objective is to take them to the landing page. So conversions, take to the landing page. That could also be one way of doing it, Pooja. Yes, take them to the landing page, take their email ID, and give them the free ebook. The targeting is the same. Okay, targeting is the same. Hmm? So I mean, you guys would have also experienced this, right? Someone offers you something for free on Facebook. You go and then you realize that it's actually not for free. They're actually taking your email ID. Yeah, which is what how it works. So now let's say you have you this time you go with a reach of only 5,000 people, which means that the amount that you spend will be typically less. Let's say half of this, which is 25,000. Okay, and the number of let's say, sorry, Number of website visitors is let's say 1,000. Number of website visitors are 1,000, and number of email IDs that we got are because it's a free course, then the conversion will be very high. Okay, so let's say 500 because it's a free thing, so people would convert. If it was paid, it wouldn't have converted. So, but have I sold the product yet? No. Why? Because this is just the step one. Now, what do I do? I go to step two. So, what maybe I can do is that, okay, one second. I'll insert one column here. I'll shift the business idea here. Here I'll write step one. Here there is only one step. Hmm. Here I will write step one and here step two. Now what is step two? Now I can retarget to these people only. Yes. I can retarget to these people only. Now just let me think. Now just think, okay, don't type anything in the chat window. Please don't type anything in the chat window because I want everyone to think. Everyone, I wanted to think how can we reach out to these guys again through custom audience targeting or through any type of marketing. To any type of marketing, how can I reach out to them? Don't type anything in the chat window. Just let this question stay with you for the next 30 seconds. I have executed step one of the campaign. I have made some progress. How do I reach out to them again? Don't type anything. Just think about it. Think about all the options, by the way, not just one option. Till the time I'll have a sip of water. Okay. What are the possible approaches that I can take to in step two? What are the possible approaches that I can take in step two? You can now type in the chat window. Huh, but custom ads through what? A more detailed answer, Ashwani, please. Custom ads I already know, Pooja. Huh, okay. Elaborate on that. If you could just unpack, so that's the correct answer, Sonali. If you could just unpack that or elaborate on that. Demographic, not sure what you mean, Tejasvi, by adding their email IDs. Okay. That is correct, Ashwani. Okay. That's what Sonali also meant. That now we have an email ID database of 500 people. All right, which means that I can go to this ad manager. Okay, I can click on custom audiences. I can go to the customer file and I can add this Excel sheet of 500 people. That is approach. That is one way of doing it. Second way of doing it, which is absolutely right, Rajiv, is that we start doing an email marketing campaign to these people. Okay, so I'll write all the possibilities. Okay, so maybe I'll write it here. Okay, so possibilities. This is super important. Okay, guys, so make sure that you understand this. This is not even a part of the curriculum, but I'm getting deeper into this at the risk of you know falling behind in the curriculum. So what are the possibilities of step two? One, do a custom. Sorry, what is it called? Uh, it's called customer file, right? So use email IDs and do and create custom audience customer file option, and then show your conversion ad to only those 500 people. That is possibility number one. Okay, possibility number one is this. What is possibility number two, which Pooja and Rajiv have suggested? That possibility is doing an email marketing campaign, which is not a part of our our jurisdiction. This is not a part of social media marketing, but yes, it is also a possibility here. Okay, adding people in groups, people, businesses do that, Ashwani, but in this case, for the sake of simplicity, I won't take it because there are a lot of question marks on that kind of a strategy. All right. So okay, so one is this. What are the other ways? You guys are missing on one more important way of reaching out to them. Pooja, we are only talking about paid ads right now. We are doing Facebook paid ads, so everything is around paid only. No, no, Chandan. Those who comment, uh, I'm liking the direction, Chandan. But see, if I would have said that create a post on Facebook and boost that post as the in step one, then this strategy would have worked. But no, we are doing uh, a different campaign of giving an ebook. So no, 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 guys, don't go there. I am saying that in step one we got this data. What are the different ways of doing step two? One way is that we use this option of custom. Second is that we do an email marketing campaign. What is the third option? What all is available to us? No. Tejasvi, so we will come to that. Okay, so good answer, but not what I'm looking for right now. No, Chandan, no. Okay. In step one, what all have we got? But which option? Retargeting. Okay. So Rajiv, if you could elaborate on that. I know you have the answer, but for everyone's sake, if you could. That's what Rajiv also meant. He basically meant website traffic. Guys, this option, website traffic, we are bringing people onto the website, right? We're bringing people onto the website. Got it? We can create a custom audience of 500 people of email IDs or 1,000 website visitors. That is also a possibility here. Okay, have you guys understood? If you have understood, just type in la. Quickly type in la, so I can move on. Awesome, cool. So I have multiple ways of going with the with go of going with step two. So here I will write website traffic. So these are the possibilities. Now you'll ask me, but Pranav, how do we choose the right one? Which is the best one? Well, I don't know the answer. Okay, and this is what you will have to find out. Maybe you start try this, and then you realize that okay, the funnel for me works best when I go with email marketing, for example. So here, let's say we go with the traffic ads. So we remarket to people who are who have who have visited the the landing page. Hmm? What will be the reach here? What will be the reach here? 500. No, no, not 500. Answer again, Jitin. People who have visited the landing page, it's 1000. Okay, here, see this number. Huh. So reaches 1000. The cost of reaching 1000 people, let's assume it is one fifth of this, which is what, 5000. Okay, and now here the matrix change. This is not valid here. We are not taking any email IDs. Okay, this will be a number. Let's call it X. But more importantly, here we are showing a conversion ad. So I'll elaborate this. Show them the conversion ad so that they can buy the course. Here we were directly asking them to buy the course and to 10,000 people. And reaching out to 10,000 people cost us 50,000, out of which conversions were 25. But here what happens? One, we are showing our ad to lesser people, which means that our cost to reach out to them will be less. Plus, they trust us and we are reaching out to them for the second time, which means that they are more likely to convert. So here you might just observe that the conversion maybe arbitrarily could be, let's say, out of 1000 people 20 convert, and this conversion ratio is much higher than this conversion ratio. Are we spending lesser amount to get these 20 people? Yes, we are. Okay, we are spending lesser amount here. Okay, even though I have made assumptions here, don't think that Are Pranav is pulling numbers from thin air. Pranav is making assumptions. In real life it is different. Well, in real life of course it is different, but it doesn't mean that it doesn't work, because this is what everyone does. So you have to basically build the trust. Okay, now I'll suggest approach, like third way, approach 3, and then I'll take questions. Okay, now approach 3 is what. So now your boss is happy. Are good, good, you got 20 conversions. Now give me 200 conversions. Now what will you do? He wants the conversions to be multiplied by 10. Now what will you do? He wants 200 conversions. He wants this number to be multiplied by 10. What will you do now? Okay. Okay. If lookalike wasn't the option, what would you do, Pradeep? Yes. So see, good. Okay. So you guys are very smart. But if lookalike wasn't there, then you would think, okay, which means that I need to multiply this number by 10. So I need to make this 1000 into 10,000, which means that I need to make this 1000 to 10,000, which means that my reach should now be 50,000. That's one way of thinking things. But Facebook says, why take so much of trouble? Why take so much of hassle? Instead, you have already have a proven track. You have a proven set of audience. You have this 1,000 people who have shown clear interest in what you have to offer. So let us understand them. Let us study them, and let us create a lookalike audience. So you don't have to go through the whole process again. So step one in approach 3. Step one, as above. Step 2, as above. But step 3 is to scale this. You create a look-alike audience of 1,000 people and show your ad to them. We won't go into the details of this, but yeah. Okay. All right. Now I'll share this Excel sheet with you. Don't worry. But let me know if you have understood. Please type in yes or ask me a question. Was this helpful? Did this make sense? Did this make things clearer to you? Okay, who hasn't said yes? Let me find out. Shivali? Sonali? Jitin said yes. Okay. Sushant, all good? What is lookalike audience? Were you there when lookalike was explained? Okay, once again, can you explain? Anyone who wants to unmute and explain what lookalike is? Anyone who wants to unmute and explain what lookalike is? Okay. हाँ
Can I try?
Yes. Who's this? Okay, Meenakshi. Yes, please. बोलिए.
So, what I understand of lookalike is once you have made some people reach your website and
Hmm.
you've got their email ID,
Hmm.
then Facebook will study the profile of this email ID. Suppose it's 10 number of people,
Yeah.
and find another set of 10 people or 20 people, whatever we wish,
Yeah.
whose profiles are similar to the age group is similar, their taste is similar,
Yes.
their geography is similar, or their profession is similar.
Yes.
Facebook will give us another 20 or 30 or whatever we want number of people who
Yes.
is who's alike in their thinking, in their origin, and in their processing.
Yes.
So
Yes. Yes.
is that correct?
Yes, that is correct. I'll just build on it. So that was precisely what lookalike is. Basically, Facebook will analyze one set of audience and create another set of audience which looks like the first set of audience. But which audience will it analyze? It will analyze the custom audience. It will analyze the custom audience. It will understand their behavior, their interests, their demographics, etc., and it will create a lookalike audience. So how can the custom audience be created in a number of ways like this? There are five ways of creating custom audiences, but regardless of whichever way you choose, let's say if you have created like Meenakshi pointed out, if you have created, let's say, 1,000 people of custom audiences, Facebook will understand them. What do you mean by understand? It will study them. It will understand what are their behaviors, what are their habits, what are their interests, blah blah blah, and let us find new set of people who are similar to those after making this assessment. That is what lookalike audience is. Okay, okay, awesome. And to answer your question, Minakshi, in this case, how the this will be 100. So I have not gotten deep into this, but my point of view was simple that if you want to scale, how will okay? I think what the question was, how will the conversion in this case be 200? Because that's what the aim was, right? To make this 200, to multiply this by 10. Yeah. Huh. So the idea here is that instead of go if you want to multiply this by 10, don't multiply this by 10, because then you have to multiply this by 10 typically. So see, always remember that core audience targeting, this is core audience, right? You are reaching out to them for the first time. Always remember that avoid reaching out to people through core targeting, because it's like shooting in the dark. You do not know who likes you. Yes, you can target using interests and all, but you do not know for sure whether they're actually interested or not. But this is a proven number. These guys have a proven track record of showing interest in your business, so start using them. So there is a chance that when you create lookalike on this, your further conversion rates will be high, simply because these guys have shown you, like I said, they have already shown interest. So that's what I meant. And if you put the matrix here, if you put the right numbers here, the conversion will go to 200. That's what I basically meant. I hope this makes sense. Yes. So depends on the strategy, Meenakshi. Now, some people would say that no, 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 we don't want to do any lookalike. We simply want to get email IDs and go with email marketing campaign only. So there are n number of possibilities, and it's extremely confusing even for me as marketer. Okay, but what do I do? So the answer is that there is no manual, there is no blueprint which says that please do step number one, and no. What you have to do is you have to figure out. You have to figure out, okay, I've got email IDs, so do I purely do email marketing campaigns, or do I do lookalike and custom, or how do I mix and match and play with this audience that I have? All right. We'll take a 2 to 3 minute break. We'll extend by 10 minutes. If that's okay. Uh, yeah. Audience managing option will be here. If you, I suggest that you be with me right now. But in case you want to go, it will be here. And if your ad account is extremely new, maybe it will take some time to appear. Okay, so I'll see you guys in the next 2 to 3 minutes. Okay. Okay. So I have accepted the friend requests of all those who had sent me one. Um, how do you? So what I'll do is that I will. Uh, I don't think today it will be possible to show, but what you guys do is I can see that Pradeep has already dropped me a message. Others also, please drop me a message. I'll make you the admin of the test page that I own. So it's a test page. No one gets to see it. It's all safe. And what you need to do is simply upload your GI for video, whatever that is, on the test page. Got it? So now. Uh, Pradeep Sinha, have you created any GIF or video? Okay, you have. Canva, you mean? Huh. Vanva. Vanva sounds like a Bihari version of Canva. Anyway, uh, my profile link is this. Um, what I said, Pradeep, was that just drop me a message on Facebook. I'll make you the editor of a test page that I run. Okay, slash Pranav Kale. Okay, I missed the slash in the link. So you can upload whatever you have created on on that page. That's all I said. Okay, coming back. Um, now this guy says Jack John, whatever his name is, that okay, Facebook, brilliant. You are brilliant. You are you have incredible objective options. Okay, you have incredible targeting options. You whatever my business goal is, depending on that, I choose the objective. Who I want to target, depending on that, I go with the targeting options. Very nice. Now tell me, where will my ads appear? Where will my ads appear? Or in other words, where exactly will my ads be shown? So for that, Facebook says that there are n number of placements that we give to you. There are n number of placements that we give to you, and you can choose which placements you want to select for your ad. All right. So now let me ask you this question: where all can you see Facebook ads? Uh, okay. A timeline? No, there's a different word for that, Pradeep. Timeline is your profile. Ha. Newsfeed. Newsfeed. No, 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 no. See, one second. This is a little. See. Uh, I'll go to my Facebook. See, this is my newsfeed. Okay, this is my newsfeed, and ads are appearing. Okay, and this is the timeline. Timeline is what? My profile. That's the difference between the two. And in my profile, ads don't appear. In my profile, ah, cool. Okay. So, yes. So, what are the answers? One answer has been given by Sajid and Rajiv, which is correct. That is on the newsfeed. So, what is a newsfeed ad? Let me see if there is a newsfeed ad. This is a newsfeed ad. How do I know this is an advertisement? By the way, I know it because there is the word sponsored written. Hmm. And yes, yes. And it's appearing on my newsfeed, and hence the placement is known as newsfeed. That's one placement. Another placement that sorry, excuse me, that Sonali has pointed out is in between videos, which is brilliant. Have you guys observed that sometimes when you're watching a video on Facebook, ad plays in between? Just you used to have that on YouTube. On YouTube, there are these skippable ads at the beginning, in the middle, but now you have those ads in the video as well. Okay, so yes, okay, some strong reactions, but that is another placement. Do you guys know what that placement is called? Okay, that placement is called as in-stream videos. That placement is called as in-stream videos. So we are exploring all the options where your ad can appear. One option is Facebook newsfeed ad. Second option is in-stream videos. Yes. The third option is okay. One word is wrong in your answer, Tejasvi. Only one word is wrong. Which is that word? Ha. The same mistake that Pradeep made, right side of your news feed. Right side of your news feed. Okay, not the timeline. It's news feed. So this ad by Adobe, this ad by Fugazi, these are at the to the right of our news feed, or in other words, they are called as right column ads. They are called as right column ads. What's the difference between a newsfeed and a right column ad? Can you see the difference between a newsfeed ad and a right column ad? Okay, right column ads are static. Yes, size matters. Okay, so okay, why did I say that? Size of right column is smaller than size of the newsfeed. Okay, what else? Yes, yes. Okay. So all of these are the right answers. I'll just summarize them for you. One is size. The size of a right column ad is always lesser the size of the image. So, do you think this is a good ad? Probably not, because you can hardly see land for development. You know that I've written, or warehouses. So it's the text is small here. This also is not a great ad, as you can say. I can hardly read anything. Yeah, so right column ads are a little smaller. Newsfeed ads are bigger. Plus, you can have the option of engaging with them. You can like, comment, or share. You cannot like, comment, or share here. You have a call to action button here. You do not have a call to action button here. They are static, which means that if I move up and down, the right column ads remain static, but the newsfeed moves. And yes, like Tejafi points out, the attention here is a little lesser than the attention that we have on the newsfeed, because our main attention is always on the newsfeed. We are always watching the newsfeed. All right. Okay. So this is the third. So what all we know so far? We know Facebook newsfeed, we know Facebook right column, and we know in-stream videos. Any other placements that you know? Any other placements that you know? Okay. So I'll tell you the placements. The other placements that that we have are basically Instagram. Have you guys seen ads on Instagram? Yes. So what is that placement called? Yes. So those are known as mobile newsfeed ads. Those are known as mobile newsfeed ads. The ads that appear on mobile are known as mobile newsfeed ads. So we have desktop newsfeed, we have mobile newsfeed, we have desktop right column, no right column in mobile. All right, and yes, and we also have in-stream videos. We also have Instagram. Anything else? Okay, wait. I'll show you the whole list now. So we looked at desktop newsfeed, we looked at mobile newsfeed, we looked at desktop right column, we looked at Instagram. Have you guys seen ads in your messenger? Have you guys seen ad in your messenger? Yeah, so now messenger is also a placement where your ads can can appear. Okay, and yes, and in-stream videos we will discuss, and then Facebook audience network. So, how many of you have done the Google AdWords course? Okay, no one has. Cool. See. Okay, Rajiv Sonalia is fine. Okay, cool. So, maybe those who have done the Google AdWords course will understand this in a better way, or in a different way rather. What are Google display ads? Google display ads are the ads which are shown on different websites. If I go to timesofindia.com, or if I go to any newspaper website or any other random website, I see those banner ads flashing. Hmm? Those ads are flashing because someone like Google or Facebook partnered with them, and now the ads are being shown there as well. So Google Display Network consists of the different websites which are partners of Google, or different mobile applications which are partner of Google, where Google can show the ad. Similarly, same logic is of Facebook audience network. What is the Facebook audience network? Facebook audience network is a network, is a group of websites and applications which are Facebook partners. And Facebook now can show your ad there also. So Facebook says, hey, now not only will I show my ad on desktop, not only will I show my ad on mobile, I'll show my ad on Instagram because I own Instagram. I will show my ad on Messenger. I'll show my ad in in-stream videos, but I'll also show my ad on other websites and applications which are Facebook partners. So let's say if it's a fitness brand, all the websites which are on the topic of fitness and which are Facebook partners, there also the ad will appear. And just a few previews of a few. So this is the desktop newsfeed, right column mobile newsfeed, Instagram, and audience network. So different placements in audience network. This happens on different websites. Okay, cool. Is this clear? You have is this all making sense? Okay. If you're with me, please type in Kiki, Ki Kiki, or if you're in a good mood, you could sing a song also. Uh, Kiki dance. All good, guys? Okay. We will actually take, before we jump into another topic, or rather, we would not jump into another topic. We will stop here. Maybe in the next class, we'll have to extend by a little. We are definitely behind by a few minutes, so let's try to catch up in the next or next class. All right. Before we go again, two rituals. What was your takeaway for today? Just need to know for my own sake. What was your takeaway? What is that one thing that will stick with you after today's session? Okay, cool. Core custom lookalike. Okay, great. Just we read targeting. Okay, website traffic pre-pal. Okay, Facebook targeting and placements. Retargeting lookalike. Customization available to a lot of extent. Yes. Lookalike targeting for Anand. Okay. Retargeting lookalike for Minakshi. Okay. Okay, guys. So this has been fun. Like always, I've given you a feedback link. Very important feedback for me. So let me know, or other. Please fill in the feedback. And if you have any questions, I'll be here. Otherwise, we'll call off, and I'll see you guys in the next class. We will try to cover up the next class, or rather, we will cover up the next class in the next week. Okay, we won't do it tomorrow. We'll do it next week. Pradeep, just upload that on the. I'll make you the admin of the test page, and you will upload it. And in the next class, we'll start off with the assignment. Okay. So we will look at the assignments in the next class. There is some issue with the recording apparently. I have shared it from my end. Just get in touch with the course coordinator. Meenakshi, we have not touched Instagram at all. I just looked at your feedback. We have not started with Instagram. We are just looking at Instagram as a placement for Facebook, as we are going to have a separate discussion on Instagram altogether um in the next to next class. Yes, there is a session on Thursday. Yes, we have a session on Thursday. We do. So that we missed one session, right? That will be covered in the next week, is what I said. Pradeep, just ping me on Facebook. Yeah, the link. I'll take a look. Okay, reminder about the feedback for those who haven't filled it. All right, guys. So I'm calling it off. I hope you had fun. I hope you all learned a couple of things and have a good night. I'll see you guys in the next class. Okay, bye bye.